Hi everyone, this is Infected Gamer again, kind of a Zerg boy fanboy for StarCraft 2. I enjoy making just kind of strategies. But lately I've been coming across a couple cheeky and spoon-fed players. I like the whole posting thing. What person hasn't gone against a playstyle where all their opponent did was just turtle, 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 and there's no way to attack it without dying. So, it's like, common thing that's happened to me quite a bit actually. A Terran player that do a fast expand, then go kind of an early mech, lots of siege tanks and planetary fortress. And they just build up massive flock of ravens, massive flock of Vikings. There's nothing I can do to kill it. Point defense drones, secret missiles, and Vikings can kill pretty much anything that Zerg can throw at them. And of course my level of play, I'm not good enough with macro keys, so I don't know how to actually do like the neural parasite then heat secret the enemy, but I'm pretty sure I'll learn how to do it eventually. So with that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and start talking. First game, like I said, it's like against Terran, it happens quite a bit, but I mean Protoss have been known to do it, such as the whole Tempest fleet, especially came with the start of the part of the Swarm expansion. Sorry, I have really hard time talking. When the heart of the Swarm expansion came out, most Protoss players built like 5 cannons in front of their base, won't attack for like the first 10 minutes. And out of nowhere, Void Rays come out from the corner of my base, kill me, or if I hold that off, then like 20 Tempests come, and that's really hard to beat. And then over time, Zerg realized like, oh wait, we have the Viper, we can pull them into our Hydras. It's like, oh wait, we have Neural Parasite. Oh wait, they're slow as fuck, and we can just go counterattack. And those things kind of just helps out with their play. So, basically, I'm going to just do a quick playthrough on how to acknowledge when your opponent is going to do this uber turtle style, and what Zerg has as a counter. So, like I said, the first one, Terran, yeah, he kind of paused quite a bit, so I was like, yeah, not going to really throw off my game too much. My APM, still doing pretty high, pretty early, just because I want to be that wannabe pro player. Yep, he does go for 1 racks expand, but he does take double gas at the same time, just because, well, Ravens got a lot of gas. So do Vikings, but I mean, not as bad. Lately, I've been moving my Overlord here, then I'll start doing the pneumatic carapace hopefully soon, and then just start scouting what they have coming at me. Now this guy, he did a pretty decent job. He scouted for the 3rd, I think. No, I guess he didn't do that good of a job. He does this like Hellion harass into like a Hellbat drops, multi-pronged Hellbat drops. I mean, they're all good and all, but it's like it comes down to he slowly expands, defends, expands again, defends, and because of Terran's ability to defend with maybe 5 tanks in a planetary fortress, there's no way to break it. He did do Banshee harass, I forgot, but I mean, I still lost enough drones, but like I'm still much higher than him, even if just it keeps dropping. And he kept losing Banshees too, so. He got his 3rd done. Quite a few factories for this part. Just getting another CC. See what I mean? Look at his defensive posture. Bunker is not going to hold off much against a couple Bailings, but Hellions kill Bailings really fast. Whale mines kill just about everything, or basically make it where they're able to get killed. And siege tanks. Here, slowly expanding again. And tons of missile turrets. He actually starts making them non-stop. It's fucking ridiculous. Stupid. Here he's building the barracks. He's not just not because he needs to use them, but just because the block-off padding for counterattacks. There's another command center. Just going to turn to a planetary and wall this entire area off with barracks. And he's trying to do a decent job, but my bring out my infestors to finally kill off a lot of those banshees. See, no banshees anymore. Yeah, so he has 150 supply right now. A good amount of mech units, all kind of right here in the front. Building a sensitive tire just because it's like, oh, who the hell's going to attack this land? And I don't really need to. What can I do? At this amount of time, he has about 3 bases worth of SCVs, and he's already taken up the 4th base. He has 3 orbital commands, I believe. About to be 4. So it's like SCV production is going to stop, or else it's going to halter your supply. Getting his upgrades. I have a couple links just in case there's going to be a counterattack. But aside from the Banshees, 20 minutes in, no attacks. I have my Corruptors right here. Morphing the Broodlords. And, like I said, tons of missile turrets. And then here comes his Ravenclaw. Bye-bye, Broodlords. It was fun. So, Ravens, Viking, the perfect counter to Broodlords. Now about the 21-minute mark, he has money. He has his money income just the way he wants it. Just perfect for this type of composition. And a Zerg, it's almost damn near fucking impossible to destroy. Sorry about the language, but it is. At one point I ended up getting locusts. If you drop them here, I'll spawn here. During locust upgrade. But it might aggro on the planetary fortress, and the siege tanks just mop them up. His money income, I mean, it's pretty low, but considering like what he's going off based on production, it doesn't really matter. And besides, all his units, their cost effectiveness is stupid high. Here, I'll let you do the camera on him, just slow it down for a bit. But it's stupid high, like how cost efficient his units are. And they will always be cost efficient. And again, he's throwing down more command centers. See, at this point I have like up to 90 workers, which is actually a bad thing if I do want to attack them. But I could try halting his advance, which would only mean that instead of advance, I can halt his ability to expand. But like right here, point defense drone, just one, prevented all of this from dying. Let's see, he has 10 Ravens and 4 Vikings against how many? 14 Corruptors. It's stupid. It's stupid. You could probably drop down about maybe 4 of these, and his Vikings would just mop them all up. Now, granted, my composition was still pretty piss poor. Pesters are pretty good, but I mean, fungal growth, it'll lock them in place, but they'll be around the point of defense drones, so they may be locked out, but it's still, you're doing shit for damage. And my mistake was I should have pressured him as soon as I scouted him. Yeah. Go down to my vision around like the 15-minute mark or so. There you go. Okay. I knew he was expanding. See quite a few Hellions. Pretty easy to say mech. Oh my god, mech. Oh my god, bots and missile turns. He's building something. He's building a planetary right here. Oh my god. Now, I was still under a lot of pressure from the Ravens, and I was still kind of fearful. Yeah, not Ravens, but Banshees. So I was kind of fearful. But I mean, Zerg, never turtle, unless it gets to the point where it's just stupid. We honestly have, like, no big counter. That's all Zerg is. Cheap units, but effective counters. Well, how can you counter and attack something that won't let you attack them? You don't, you die. So, towards the end of the game, towards my frustration, I took every expansion I could get. Then, yep, you can see right here, zoom in, focus, charge in the wall. Good unit, and it keeps a good chunk of his army here. Floors, it's actually got quite a few floors, 5, and they're all hiding right here. So, I mean, I was effectively occupying a mere fraction of his forest towards the defense. So, it comes down to, I have to beat this fucking fleet, but can't kill it because he won't let me. So then, what is Zerg's option? Counterattacks. Well, how many missile turns does this? 15. No, 19. Damn. 19 missile turns. Good luck trying to counterattack with air. And because he's effectively has every choke point blocked off at this point in the game. I could try maybe Iris Worm. So, I mean, I did have changelings, but it's like that costs money, and besides, these things. Couple relocate, get another arc of fire. Like if these two want siege right here, I have selected. Out to right back here, you can see they'd be safe under this firing arc. Oh, okay, Nidus Worms. You have to get kind of really lucky with their placement. Now, Brood Lords. Again, I morphed them here, started pushing. This thing comes by, wipes them out. Well, why don't you just run your rings all the way to the top? Effective. Well, Widowmine, Planetary, he's kind of stuck against those. And he did a good job building just like random barracks here and there, just to kind of funnel them. And the splash damage that the Planetary does, just basically it's 2 shots of grids. So, how about Roach Hydra? Again, Hydralists, they get affected by the point defense draw. That's kind of the reason why they want to use in this game. Well, it's like the point defense drone, so they'll burn out, basically, after a couple volleys. Ooh, but he has 14 bloody ravens. No, sorry, 12. 12 bloody ravens. That's damn near over, like, point defense drones. Yeah, I can max maybe 5 of those out in 4 volleys, but then what? When my energy goes into secret missiles, and bye-bye Hydras. If I do Vipers to kind of yoink them in, then third, Vikings kill them. So I'm effectively trading 1 for 1, but how it's silly. And plus, Hydras cannot break this. Cannot break this. Cannot break this. So, like I said, I'm just kind of showing off my mistakes this game. Yep, here he is. He is trying to push up so he can take this base because he's still on 4 bases. I mean, that's quite a bit. But I mean, I'm on, well, I was on 6 for a little bit, but then really attacks, he's going to start pushing it out. And the majority of his force is still right here. But made a couple of lords to hurt him. A little fleet of death takes him out. Have Ultralisk here. I guess bad choke points and takes. So But what should I do then? More swamp host? Yeah. Effectively, might say yes. But the problem with swamp hosts is that they are swamp hosts. If you have enough tanks to defend it, why wouldn't you let it layer more on locusts? Because padding for locusts, they'll always start bunching up the closer they get towards their point. Well, if they bunch up, you get splash damage. Splash damage will always splash damage. Just drop water on someone, they're still wet. If they're already wet, they're still wet. And if it bounces off someone else, again, they're all wet. And anyone's wet, they end up dying. Right here, I saw the Thors moving out because I creep spread. Despite my having trouble trying to break this Terran nutshell, I intersected. It's good win and a bad win for me. I should have known that supply would be basically maxed out, and he just needed throwaway units. I mean, usually they throw away SCVs just because they have enough orbitals, but sometimes it's Thors. And using the Neural Parasite, much more effective use of the energy. What I should have done is learn the hotkeys as soon as I know Parasite 1. Pop a secret missile, just run it towards my queens or more infestors. But I mean, I've played against this a couple times and it's still it hits you in the mindset of you're pissed off and you want to kill everything. Yep, but 2 or 3 secret missiles. Wiped out about 5 of those characters you saw there. But, oh look, I did a little bit of damage. You just turn building plating armor. That's long. Right, then you just transition to Terran air, which just means nothing dies. And it just basically spells my entire downfall. Probably should build a little more static defense, but I mean, look at my bank now. You'll notice almost towards around here, it'll just drop. Bloody drop. Should have split up. Yeah, I should have split up all those crafters, but I was kind of focused elsewhere. Yep. Notice all my gas is dropped. Look, can't build any more units. I can count on this anyways. So, built a lot of infestors. I have quite a few things. Trying to find a good way to attack. Yep. Bye. Start building. Oh, I am building another hatch. I have another Brood Lord kind of harassing the group. Trying to stifle him. I'm trying to just attack. Only thing I kind of did good towards the end. And more lanes, a couple mutas. Hoping to actually just kind of take them on. Parasiting long enough. It didn't do a secret missile, which is extremely upsetting. And my infestor horde is now dead. Using wings to harass, to kind of punish the expansions. And I mean, that's all I'm running on now. It's just minerals. All my gas is going to either corruptors or infestors. Right now I feel like those are the only units that could effectively help me. And then there comes a point where I'll just charge this line after he moves his siege tank line. That's the Nidus worm. Do I have it? Don't plan to build a Nidus network here. See what Sergeant Overlord drop a couple. Just drop Nidus worms here and here, trying to halt his production. Yeah, it doesn't work out yet. He's too far ahead. I've lost all the essential units. Just wastelessly. And you can even see supplies. I can't get them back up above 100 because my income is so stifled. Yeah, granted, we both have the same amount of bases. That means we have about the same amount of money mined. But his unit's cost effectiveness is what really wins the game. So here, Charge Lang is trying to counterattack his newly procured base. Just jack shit. trying to counterattack, trying to keep. I must admit though, this game I did really wonderful job on that creep spread. More rings, just trying to throw them at them, trying to kind of make them uneasy. And again, Blue Lord's assaulting inside the base. I'm an overseer right here. Nice worm, another nice worm. See what the counterattack kind of does? His entire army was situated here. Now all he has left for defense, 3 siege tanks to what am I? All this right here at the front, really just forced to go up now. Supply wall, it's going to work against them, unless I break it down, which is very possible. Take out his production, then I just like thinking, like, alright, if I take out his production, land a couple good secret shots from an arrow parasite, I might be back in this. This is my only mining base. Hello, this only base that I can get gas at now. Except for this one. Bitch. Remember how high my mineral count was? Down. Alright, so this video is probably going to be much longer than I wanted. Here, just pops them up. Drops a couple meals to repair everything. I'm actually using locusts to actually do damage now. Forcing him to kind of trudgingly go all the way back. And at this point, he just A-moved into me. So, yeah. So I'm pretty sure at least someone other than me has gone through this entire process where it's just so damn frustrating. Because if you sit back, you're gonna get rolled over. Well, that's why you're not supposed to sit back. And like that's the reason why timing attacks are so popular. Protoss, like in Wings of Liberty, they felt that if they sat back too long versus a Zerg is just basically a Blue Lord and a Infestor army. I mean, in those days, it's hard to beat. Now, it's still hard to beat-ish. Mass Boy still kicks ass. It's really, really annoying. Alright, so this next game was me playing on the Korean server just because I don't want to play soon. I don't want my ladder rate to get dropped on the North American server. So, I don't know how to say this. It's a Protoss player. Stupid long game again. But it basically progresses into what was like last game. One sec. Change the sound here. There we go. So basically, view walls in the choke point, cannons behind a sturdy wall. Really easy to just prevent anyone from ever wanting to attack. And best way to know if a average player Protoss is going to go mass air, more than one cannon at the wall. I saw this with the Overlord. I saw this with the ring I tried setting up here. Yeah, it was pretty easy to tell. And I bring my Overlord back to scout in. Board race. So I started building up spores. I was thinking trying to go for the quick ultralist tech to break down the wall to kind of just get them off, but it doesn't work out. So I read its response to seeing ass air or the 2-star gets quick spire. Yeah, I mean it won't be in time to defend this, but he'll just go for the 3rd, and I had enough queens there to scare him away. At this point, he's just established his own 3rd. I got my 4th. Got the gas going first, which is always the big important thing. But use my muralist to kind of harass him. Stunt his gas income. I didn't actually realize that he had a cannon here shooting me down, so it was pretty bad play on my part. build a couple more, and I'm hoping just to start harassing. And here it is, the Doomsday Sky Toss. Used to be Contemptus, but then they fixed the carrier, and now everyone wants to go for mass carrier. And if you just move into it with Hydralisk or with Mutalisk or Corruptors, they're going to get distracted by the Interceptors and just die. Yep, so it kind of gets screwed up in the whole deal. So, yep, I have Hydras just because they're much more stable, sustainable army. They lack the mobility of Mutalisk and Corruptors, but it's easier to mass out just because Hydras are cheaper, and it's just, like I said, it's just much more sustainable and much more cost effective. So he's producing 4 carriers at a time, up at 3 bases. Void base, which I mean they're good counters to Corruptors. I have a bunch of Lings here, which is just dead weight. So when he starts moving out, I kind of throw him at the wall, hoping he'll break in, try doing some damage. Vipers. Right, so last game was talking how basically had no way to effectively take out the Ravens. Now, here we are again. Same air Doom army, different race, but it's still really hard just to move into. It just requires the absurd and insane amount of micro. One that lower league players, like such as myself, can't really do. Vipers, they're abducts. Kick butt. However, if you abduct them and you don't actually take the time to micro your attacking units, individually clicking the carriers, they're still going to be attacking the interceptors, and unless you manage to nag carrier while it's attacking like way over here, its interceptors are still going to be able to kind of keep attacking whatever it was. So towards the end, I realized like, okay, abduct, select, A, click, A, click, A, click, A, click. Here I'm just kind of stalling, waiting for Hydras to pop out. Just waiting. This is quite a bit. Here, yep, see me just right-clicking on him. Kind of pick off as soon as I can. He's noticed and actually starts microing. I'm trying to delay him a little bit. And more Hydras. Rolling him down here. He takes out my 5th base, which kind of sucks, but move my Hydras right underneath the carriers and just start selecting them. So he went from having 12 carriers down to 5. And of course he picks off the one that was training, that bastard. But I have more Hydras coming in the way. I started the missile attack upgrades just kind of preemptively as soon as I saw all the starports. But it's just, this build, this strategy is stupid crazy on how hard a Zerg player has to work in order to make it. Now, just because he's still on 3 bases, I may have lost more, but he's trolling so hard that I can just take almost every expression on the map with impunity. I still wanted to delay him, because the longer I delay him, the more stunted his production is, and with me being more cost effective in my engagements, he's basically kind of, it'd be doomed. So, tell him to start going in. Want to snipe the Nexus, and at this point I'm just like, alright, A move to kill off as many interceptors as you can, and pull the Vipers back because they're more invaluable than the Hydras are. Hydras are much more expendable. Start building up more spores because, oh shit, he's coming! Yoink, yoink, yoink. One survives, but kill it off like 4, which is a good trade in my eyes. But still boosting, sorry. You know when you get your tongue split, you can't really talk. It's kind of like when you get braces on for the first time. But in my case, I paid a guy to take a knife and cut my tongue in half. Anyways, random fact about me that probably shouldn't put on the internet, but hey, shit happens. He's still going for the mass air. He makes a mothership core. It's gonna turn into a mothership as soon as you can. Alright, I don't know if I'll show the show this game, but I actually played a game where Protoss player did mothership timing or mothership into 4-gate timing off one base. Oh, I don't know. I'll probably show it in another video. But anyways, back to the whole slow doom hammer kind of thing here. He's fixing up. I'm taking every expansion because I need the gas desperately. Because how many Hydras do I have here? I have 40 against 12. Now, if I yanked all the carriers properly, this would still get wiped out. So I'm kind of doing the A move rollover forever 200 max, or I forget what it's called. But it's just basically this, all my Hydras are sacrificial. I do have too many drones again. Yeah. But I just want as much as I can get. Because Hydras are pretty pricey. Not as pricey as the Needleless or Corruptor, which is why I stopped making them. But I mean, it comes down to it, they're still bloody pricey. Alright, so this game's almost over. I tried peeking up, and then I decided to look up how I can use Bounding Cloud just to poke a hole in this ramp. And that's when I spot the mothership core. But as usual, one of the big mistakes Zerg players will make is they'll wait too long. Here we go. I saw the mothership core. I'm like, oh, fuck me, and run away. I'm gonna make the corruptors because this entire army is here massive. Right here, massive. Oops. So massive army, you want something that deals double damage, more damage to massive. Yep. So lucky me, I now have 14 corruptors, 4 vipers, and 26 hydras. Basically, I'm going to use the corruptors and hydras to focus down each one individually, which just means more work for me. Here, I target the mothership core first because, well, let's face it, all of my overseers always seem to die. Another mistake I should have done was actually just sacrificing all those drones. It was kind of silly because they're haltering my supply. In the production, I have 51 corruptors on the way. 51 corruptors. And just trying to focus and pick them off one at a time as fast as I can. For upgrades, I do have 3 attack and 1 armor for air, and 3 for Zerg missiles. The only reason why I ever got the melee attacks was because I was thinking might go Brood Lords if I can beat this. And he still refused to give up. Yep, I have all my Hydras. Just move them under. Focus fire. There we go. Let's see how fast they go down. Instead of spending more freaking time just trying to kill interceptors, which 68 interceptors. And each do 2 attacks, and each one's 8 damage each, so 16 damage. Interior, just pure corruptors at this point. I tried using corruption, but I keep forgetting that as soon as a corruptor is actually spawned, its corruption's on cooldown. Here I should have probably done healing, but I mean, that's that. Alright, so that game, it turned out much better. Probably because I did use the Viper, unlike game. Now, the last game for this night, based on this whole thing about someone just turtling up and just steamrolling you, and you have no way to actually attack back. This game, saw that his name was Sky, so Sky Toss. It's kind of right there, openly and blunt. So I'm like, this guy's probably gonna go air. And the last game against the Korean, I just played that game last, and I realized, like, damn, do I really want to actually spend much effort and time on it again? No. So, one of the two typical Protoss builds, Forge Fast Expand or Forge Cybercore then Expand. Either way, pretty safe against the Zerg. 6 pulls, 10 pulls, 7 pulls, all the same pretty much. Go 14 pull. So if he does try to block me, I'm not royally screwed over. This game I decided, hey, his name is Scott, he might go for air, early air, or he might try to hunker down forever and then just refuse to die with carriers. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try doing my Ling, then my Ling pressure, like early speeding pressure. Something that's like, maybe if Jaedong could do it, I could do it. You know, Jaedong rules, reserve players. But then it kind of just turns into a bailing bust. Keep the Overlord. Had my Overlord that initially scouted here, go all the way around just to see if they had anything sneaky going on, like a fast DT tech. This map in particular has the rocks, so I move my links to start pressuring the rocks. Builds a sentry, he builds another one right away. This for the force fields. Even though I started +1, those force fields are going to end any Zerg run by day, so most promising thing, Bailing Bust. A moved in, so they focused that down, then just had the Bailings focus the weakest link. And then just start streaming speedlings in. And just forcing him to re-micro everything. Yep. And his wall is not vulnerable because I have a retard magnet right here. As Destiny would call it. So, Ling's going in. Completely just destroys the whole Sky Toss theme. Just completely. It ravages everything. He was getting +1 attacks, so he probably wasn't going to go for what exactly happened last game. But I mean, death balls are really hard for Zerg players to kill. And whether it's like Marine Rod or Biomine, really hard to kill. Especially when it has like constant reinforcement. Stupid. It is. And then it's also really hard when the Protoss player has 15 Void Rays and 3 Colossus and Blink Stalkers, all with max upgrades. You can't win. So it comes down to taking out before they can build up an armor like that, which, I mean, a lot of people call that cheese, but I really want to put someone through that much like pain and punishment for just winning a game based on kind of like simple imbalance. No, I don't want to go through that. Nope, I'm good. But it's like, sometimes as Zerg players we make mistakes. You know, everybody does. So if we can't scout it in time, we get surprised. It's like, okay, crap, we're still in this game. They may have taken away a base or two, but we still have more than enough money to remake them, re-macro, just completely just change their army composition on the fly. I mean, that's what Zerg does. But then, which composition do you do? How many units should you build? And why? As soon as you can find the purpose for which unit to build, basically going to almost guaranteed win. Unless, of course, your micro is as bad as mine. Then there is no hope for Zerg players. But there is always hope. There's always a will, and there's a way. So I guess one thing you can take away from this video is scout and be cheesy, or just test yourself in the meanest way possible. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any criticisms or any advice that can make this video better, let me know in the comment section below. If you like it, thumbs up, or not. I don't care less if anyone's actually watching. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.